All right, hey guys, I wanted to get on here and read this book real quick to make sure you're following along as I read the story, okay? Theodore Roosevelt was always taking action. As a boy, he worked hard to make himself healthy. As president, he worked to make the country stronger. He also made it a better place for all Americans to live. Theodore Roosevelt was the 26th president. He served from 1901 to 1909. Theodore Roosevelt was known as a strong leader. Theodore Roosevelt was born in 1858 in New York. As a child, he had very bad asthma. Sometimes he even had to go to the hospital. Theodore exercised a lot, however. He also spent lots of time outdoors. He became stronger. This helped him overcome his illness. As in Theodore's family, they nicknamed him Teddy. This is where he spent most of his childhood, in this New York City house. Teddy loved to go hiking. He drew pictures of the wildlife he saw. As a child, Teddy went mountain climbing and tried many sports. By the time he was in his 20s, he was strong and healthy. When Theodore Roosevelt grew up, he worked in politics. At age 23, he was elected to the New York state government. There, Roosevelt worked hard to make laws that help people, yet he also made time for outdoor adventure. Roosevelt took many trips to North Dakota. There, he hunted, rode horses, and raised cattle. Roosevelt hunted buffalo and other animals in North Dakota. This is a picture of North Dakota, and this is a picture of Teddy Roosevelt in his hunting gear. In 1898, the United States went to the war against Spain. Roosevelt led soldiers in the war. He and his soldiers were called the Rough Riders. The Rough Riders won important battles. This is Teddy Roosevelt here, pictured right here. And this is Teddy Roosevelt right here. American newspapers had stories about the Rough Riders. This made Roosevelt a famous war hero. After the war, Roosevelt went back to politics. In 1900, William McKinley was elected president. Roosevelt was his vice president. Sadly, McKinley was shot and killed a few months later. This meant that Roosevelt would be president. Roosevelt was 42 years old when he became president. He was the youngest president in history. Roosevelt was rich, yet he wanted to help ordinary Americans. As president, he created laws that made business treat workers fairly. He also set aside large areas of forest as parkland. That way, all Americans could enjoy nature. This is the Crater Lake in Oregon that Roosevelt tried to protect, that he protected with his laws. Roosevelt also created laws that made food safer for people to eat. Roosevelt played a big role in the world as well. In 1905, he helped end a war between Russia and Japan. A year earlier, he had workers begin digging the Panama Canal. This would be a shortcut for ships between the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans. Roosevelt kept helping people even after he left office. He continued to be a leader in politics. People listened to his ideas, and today we still see his ideas in action. This is Teddy Roosevelt's face right here, carved into Mount Rushmore in South Dakota. The other presidents shown in the sculpture are George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, and Abraham Lincoln. There's a national park in North Dakota named after Roosevelt, and today millions of people visit the parklands Roosevelt helped protect. About 1,400 ships cross the Panama Canal each year. This is a timeline of events that occurred in Theodore Roosevelt's life. And here's some facts and quotes about Theodore Roosevelt. And here's a glossary of words if you needed help understanding what asthma meant, elected, what the Panama Canal is, politics, wildlife. And then here's the index where you can find information about each of those glossary terms. And that is it. So if you need to rewatch the video to listen to the book again, you may do that. If you want to get on Epic to look at the book itself and copy the facts down, you can do that, or you can pause the video. Make sure you have all your facts filled out. Sorry, guys. Okay. So that is it. So work hard. Make sure you're being responsible at this center and you're following instructions. Bye, guys.